Hey, Jill, what's the matter?
Man, this is name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that, but what about this?
Are you 64.com?
From the station that's on your side, this is News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Parents looking forward to Friday Night Football are upset and speaking up after a fight on the field leads to consequences.
We went to play football, and it was a complete WWE match.
We have details on those consequences for Cross Creek High and more on their future in football next at 6 o'clock.
But we begin tonight with an investigation into the Richmond County Sheriff's Office. So far, the I-Team has uncovered 2 deputies have been fired, including a high-ranking member of the Sheriff's command staff.
And in a separate incident, we're told 2 others have been demoted. Our Meredith Anderson has been digging deeper into this. And Meredith, the Sheriff's Office is remaining very tight-lipped about all of this.
Extremely. So far, they haven't released any information, and not just to the I-Team. Georgia's Office of Standards for Police tells me it hasn't been notified of the firings or demotions either, and the clock is ticking. They say Richmond County only has 15 days to report them.
So far, these are the deputies at the center of all of this. There are 4, 2 men, 2 women connected to 2 different incidents. Let's begin with the ones fired. Multiple independent sources tell the I-Team Captain Brandon Beckman and one of his subordinates, investigator Allison Allie Walker, lost their jobs after lying when questioned about an inappropriate relationship. Captain Beckman has been with RCSO for more than 20 years. Back in April, his photo was here on the website with the rest of the command staff. Today, his picture had been removed. Post documents show extensive training this year and last year in supervisory management skills, leadership, and command staff training. This is a photo of investigator Allie Walker, posted to the Sheriff's Office Facebook page back in December of 2020. It's when she graduated and became a deputy. Her post documents show recent training in sexual harassment. Again, we're told they weren't fired for their relationship, but for lying about it. When investigator Walker was fired, we're told she supplied names of other deputies allegedly involved in other scandals. The I-Team has requested information about them as well. Now to the demotions. Sergeant Honore Herbert and Corporal Melissa Allen. Monday, the I-Team requested documents related to their demotion, but we were told they weren't available because the case is still ongoing. We were told the same thing again today. Looking at their post-training, just last year, Sergeant Herbert and Corporal Allen both took training addressing sexual harassment and leadership. Allen was promoted to corporal back in 2018, and Sergeant Herbert is a longtime veteran. News 12 spoke with him back in 2013 about gang prevention. Here's a photo of him celebrating 15, then 20 years with the Sheriff's Office. And soon, hopefully, the Sheriff's Office will break its silence on all 4 of these deputies as we continue to try to get answers.
This isn't a time Richmond County can afford to lose any deputies. The sheriff has been very open about being understaffed, and the I-Team has been crunching numbers about firings. So far this year, just this year, we've counted 27 employees have been fired, including these 2 recent ones. Last year, that number was 23 for all of 2022. In 21, we counted 14, and in 2020, our list only has 9.
Okay, thanks for that investigation, Meredith. We know we have not seen the end of that. Taking a look outside over Thurman Dam, a pretty nice afternoon as we toss it to First Alert Chief Meteorologist Ryan.
Local impacts in just a little bit.
Georgia's High School Association canceling Cross Creek's game this week because of a large fight the team had at Savannah High School last week. Cross Creek also has to pay a fine, and multiple students are suspended for next week's game.
That makes Cross Creek's 3rd game impacted by violence. The Week 1 game against Butler was canceled because of a fight at Butler High School. Friday's game was cut short in the 3rd quarter. And as we mentioned, no game this week. Our Nick Veland live for us in the newsroom. And Nick, you spoke with several parents. It appears at this point they're just fed up.
Yeah, well, parents aren't happy with the punishment, saying it's unfair and disciplines players who had nothing to do with the situation.
I knew that there would be a penalty and consequence, but not to this extent.
On top of varsity forfeiting their game, the JV squad, who was not on the field Friday, won't play either. Cheerleaders and the band also sidelined this week, all during a season where the team is showing progress.
We're all becoming one and being able to play better. So up until this, we were 3-1. Like, that's the best Cross Creek has been probably since like 2019.
The season now changed after parents say Cross Creek didn't even start the fight.
He just started swinging on the Cross Creek player. It was like, hey, 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 you know.
Leading to both benches clearing.
We went to play football, and it was a complete WWE match.
Both Cross Creek's coach and parents claim the team only defended themselves.
At the end of the day, the big question is, what would they have suggested the boys to do when they're being trampled over? Sit there, be hit, do nothing? You know, and then as a result, our players are hurt. Like, would it have been a different outcome if our players were hurt in this? You know, it's too much.
While Richmond County schools say that more consequences could be on the way, for now, all Cross Creek can do is come together.
This has affected all of us as a whole. We're family now.
And Richmond County schools say that the GHSA sanctions are significant because of the severity of the incident. They say that they take these incidents very seriously and, quote, student athletes will be handled appropriately once the investigation is over. Meanwhile, school police are looking into a fight between a Savannah coach and Cross Creek players.
Okay, thanks for that, Nick. And Cross Creek's next game will now be the 29th when they play Harlem at home. Efforts to remove Sheriff Richard Roundtree from office have failed. Today, the Board of Elections denied the recall application filed by Eric Loggins, saying it was insufficient and did not have the required 100 sponsors. Barnwell's police chief is also resigning. He filed a discrimination complaint with the EEOC. In the complaint, Lamaz Robinson alleges a council member discriminated against him via email, calling him he-she. Robinson also claims that a council member would interfere in police investigations. He also says he was denied benefits for on-call work and did not have a city card to pay for work-related conferences. Robinson submitted his resignation letter to the mayor on the 12th with a suggested day of November 30th, but he tells us the Barnwell City Council moved that date up to the 26th of this month. Meanwhile, Robinson has recently been hired as the new town administrator in Allendale.
Last month, 7 massage parlors in Aiken County were raided by the Department of Homeland Security, SLED, and other local law enforcement. 6 of them in North Augusta, 1 in the city of Aiken. The details about what investigators were searching for have been hard to come by.
But Hallie Turner has documents sharing what they were looking for and more, including the possibility of victims of human trafficking.
From the rumbling of tires on the roads to blinking red and blue lights bordering the word open, everything appears it's business as usual on the streets of North Augusta. But more than 60 pages of search warrants from SLED show these red letters tell a different story. Investigators laid out they were searching for any and everything from legal massage licenses, travel documents, to contraception, lubricants, sex toys, lingerie, and other items specific to sex. The search also warranted any computer systems, electronic storage devices, external hard drives, USB storage devices, voicemails, text messages, call histories, video, digital, and IP cameras. The report states it's only valid for 10 days, and all persons and vehicles located at the residence at the time of the search are subject to be searched. We received 6 search warrants, a 7th requested through public record laws. The search warrants show blackened out sections of what was seized in the raids. On each search warrant, investigators write they believe the business allows or possibly encourages employees to engage in prostitution of commercial sex. Also, investigators write, based on experience, they believe the employees of Asian descent are victims of human sex or labor trafficking. Over the years, officials have responded to these locations for various calls from theft to criminal sex and forcible rape. In March of 2022, the narcotics unit met with an undercover officer at Georgia Avenue Massage Therapy, the same location law enforcement has received numerous complaints about concerning inappropriate acts. After multiple attempts for oral sex, the masseuse continued to decline, only charging the informant $60 for a 30-minute massage. In April of 2023, reports show at Lisa's Therapeutic Massage, a man reported 2 women wanted to massage him. While he was laying on his stomach in a towel, he said the female massaging him tried to take off his underwear.
So we reached out to several of the businesses who declined to comment on the investigation. SLED is still asking those in the community, if you know something, please speak up and contact them.
Still to come, honoring two officers who dedicated their lives to helping others. After the break, how the North Augusta community rallied behind their public safety department.
And we are monitoring the chance for our next named system to form just off the Georgia coast. We'll take a look at how the system can impact us just after the break.
Time and temp, brought to you by Jamie Casino.
It's going to feel like it with wake-up temps in the 50s.
Today, strangers gave the gift of life in the name of two North Augusta public safety officers.
That department held a blood drive hosted by the Shepherd Community Blood Center, and as Wrdw tells us, it's to honor an officer who died of COVID and a sergeant who battled cancer and is still working during a tough time.
The community took the chance to honor two officers who dedicated their life to helping others. The task is simple. All you have to do is sit down, roll the sleeve, lean back, and relax. When people in North Augusta need help, the community steps up.
We've always been community people. We want to give to the community because in return, we can live this out for our own children. And Dustin was a prime example of that.
A blood drive in memory of fallen officer Dustin Beasley.
We were very humbled at the time of our son's passing, with all the support and the lives that he impacted during his time here. But this, you know, we look back as much as he tried to help others, and to be able to come to an event like this where he's continuing helping others by, in his memory, giving blood to help others is something we want to support.
The blood drive is also in honor of Sergeant Andy Cook, who battled cancer.
It's an honor to see everybody come out. I've had support the whole time, and it's constantly still coming in, and it's a really good feeling.
Officers say everyone in the public safety department is close-knit.
We always say together, once you're in it for life, so your family.
With a total of 30 donations, up to 90 lives could be saved in their honor.
It is awesome to be able to be a part of something like this, to let my son's legacy live on.
Andy Cook says it is an honor to see everyone come out and show support, especially for a law enforcement agency. In North Augusta, Wrdw on your side.
Great turnout there, and Audrey tells us they have plans to make this an annual event to continue honoring both those men.
A great cause. Is banning panhandling constitutional? Well, there's growing debate about it here in Richmond County. We're going to take a closer look at 6 o'clock.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Lexus Acura Cadillac.
Summer showers.
Plans changed quickly today as Augusta City leaders talked about a new panhandling ordinance. They wanted to model it after Columbia County's, but the city attorneys say they can't because Columbia County's ordinance, they say, is unconstitutional.
With that option off the table, commissioners spent today trying to find other alternatives to what they believe is a big issue in Augusta. Our Craig Allison live now on Broad Street. And Craig, this isn't a new issue, but it's one that'll definitely need a new solution.
That's right, y'all. Augusta has actually had the ordinance in place since 2006, but it only applies to the Broad Street District, which is behind me over here and just down the street over at the Armstrong Galleria Shopping Center. What it doesn't do is cover the entire counties, much like Columbia County's ordinance does, which the Augusta legal team says makes all the difference.
It is a very, 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 very narrow hole that this ordinance can pass through to be considered constitutional.
It's disappointing to hear.
A road bump for a problem that still needs a solution. Destination Augusta says businesses have felt panhandling impacts for years, but the problems are getting worse.
They are getting regular reviews from customers who are saying that they no longer feel safe in that particular area. We've had some examples given that customers have actually arrived and started to check in, but then because of perception of crime or safety, they've actually decided to cancel the reservations and go elsewhere.
Other ideas to combat the increase include a new campaign to spread the word on nonprofits you can give money to instead of handing it out of your car door, and looking at other ordinances like Charleston's where there are laws against handing money out of your car window.
The biggest issue is Augusta's got to stop handing out money at corridors. You start handing out money at corridors, these people are not going to stick around Augusta. Unfortunately, Augusta is a caring community.
Now, in meetings past, Commissioner Jordan Johnson has said that we shouldn't arrest our way to a solution. Down the road, commissioners are looking at a new cleaning program through the marshal's office for those offenders that do get fined but can't afford the bill. In Augusta, Craig Allison on your side.
Craig, thanks a lot. Now, we did reach out to Columbia County, and they say, despite the words from Richmond County, they stand by that ordinance.
And they defend its constitutional strength to anyone who questions it.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
With region play right around the corner, the Strom-Thurmond Rebels are 3-1, are steamrolling their way through their non-region schedule, and are averaging just under 30 points per game. The combination of having multiple tall and talented wide receivers on the outside, an experienced quarterback, and their ability to dominate the line of scrimmage with their physical running attack makes the Rebels a serious threat heading into region play and beyond. The teams that are left standing at the end of the season are usually the ones that are playing complementary football at its finest. All that offensive firepower is certainly helping both sides of the ball be as productive as they can be.
It's kind of like having a get out of jail free card. You know, sometimes you get yourself in trouble and they bail you out, and that's always nice.
On your sideline, sports brought to you by the Hawk Law Group.
With region play right around the corner, the Strom-Thurmond Rebels are 3-1, are steamrolling their way through their non-region schedule, and are averaging just under 30 points per game. The combination of having multiple tall and talented wide receivers on the outside, an experienced quarterback, and their ability to dominate the line of scrimmage with their physical running attack makes the Rebels a serious threat heading into region play and beyond. The teams that are left standing at the end of the season are usually the ones that are playing complementary football at its finest. All that offensive firepower is certainly helping both sides of the ball be as productive as they can be.
It's kind of like having a get out of jail free card. You know, sometimes you get yourself in trouble and they bail you out, and that's always nice to have, and you don't always have that, so you're very appreciative of it when you do.
Going into any game, knowing that people's finna try to scheme for me, I can run just all the decoy routes I can, so just to take a defense away.
On Friday, Strom-Thurmond and their high-powered offense will finish their non-region schedule with a fun matchup under the lights against North Augusta. That showdown between the Rebels and the Jackets is one of this week's choices for the Under the Lights game of the week. You can also vote for Grovetown hosting Evans, Westside battling Glen Hills, or Butler taking on Laney. You have until tomorrow at noon to cast your vote by scanning the code on your screen now or by logging on to our website. That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this quick break.
We are excited to announce that the Medicare Specialist is now 64 Insurance Group. And while we've expanded our portfolio to include other health insurance products, we are still your go-to for all things Medicare. Don't wait until you're 65 to call. Are64.com.
Attention homeowner.
Hey, Chill, what's the matter?
Man, this name change is stressing me out.
Everyone will know we still specialize in Medicare.
Yeah, I know that. What about this?
Are you 64.com.
Happening now, we're watching a bit of a traffic backup on I-20 at the state line. That's westbound traffic on the left coming toward the camera, and there's been an accident there off the side of the road.
And if you look closely there on the left of your screen, you can see there's a tow truck and an 18-wheeler off in the ditch. Right now, no lanes are blocked, no injuries reported, but you can tell that traffic is moving pretty slowly there.
Looks like everybody's getting over, trying to avoid that, which does make it a one-lane over that bridge. So it's going to be backing up westbound on I-20. You may want to avoid that area. Riley?
Well, we're looking at nice weather to continue Thursday. It is going to start getting a little bit breezy out there the next couple of days. That will continue through at least Saturday, getting some cool mornings back this weekend down in the 50s.
Our next live update comes at 7 o'clock on NBC 26. If we don't see you there, we'll see you right back here for News 12 at 11. Have a great night.